Your pet project's been haunting the streets of Prague. She's been tearing people apart. Now I'm starting to think she wants to tear me apart. Sorry if all that inconveniences you, Doctor.
What is it you expect me to say? I followed procedures. The people who are really responsible for this, they're not the ones working in drugstores now.
Fine. So let's go after Taiyang.
Don't be naive.
You're really not helping your cause here. Give me something to work with.
All right. Look. We all...
What, kill her? Incapacitating Daria won't be a problem. Then what?
Then, you must remove the chip and bring it back to me. I'm the only one who can analyze the data and find out exactly what went wrong. To make sure this never happens again. Please, I promise to compensate you.
We'll see.
What are you doing here?
Serial killers are dead. Daria Mishka. Ring a bell?
I
don't have much time, so you need to start talking fast. Daria's in grave danger. That's if she's even still alive. If there's something I need to know about her.
Trust me. There's no hurry. The further men like you stay away from Daria, the better it is for everyone. You should forget it.
Why men like me? Look, I know about the email you sent her. I know you performed some kind of surgery. Why was it so important for Daria to meet you here? You're patient.
No, of course not.
Enough to know I don't...
I headed a project.
Why do I get the feeling you did something unethical?
Unethical? Right and wrong are outdated concepts. Wouldn't waste my time with them if I were you.
Whatever you were involved in has obviously hurt people. Dealing with the effects of that is a waste of time to you?
We were trying to help people. Imagine what it would mean if...
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone. But you probably left that part out of your sales pitch. I've been very patient so far. Too patient. That's about to change unless you start getting into details. What are you not telling me?
Look, I haven't had anything to do with this for years. Taiyang Medical contacted me and told me it was my responsibility because Daria was my patient. They implied that if Daria's story ever came to light, I would take all the blame.
So you're in this out of the goodness of your heart. What else?
My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating...
Once again,
Taiyang Medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries.
You implanted the person... Daria's donor was Marek's from...
Donor number...
An innocent woman's been turned into a...
Daria wasn't...
Save it for the lawyers. What I need to...
All right.
What, kill him? There must be another way.
I wish I could... She must...
Maybe, but I still think...
Look, I'm the only one...
We'll see.
What are you...
Sir. Daria missed. We both know why I'm here.
Just tell the lawyers I'm doing the best I can here.
The lawyers, huh? You really need to start filling in the blanks. What was your involvement with Daria? You're patient.
No, of course not.
Enough to know.
I headed a project.
How?
We found a way to take a man like...
I'm funny.
We were trying to help.
Diversity gone, spontaneous. But you probably left. I'm trying to save
Daria is beyond...
That's for me to decide. Now tell me about this procedure.
My job was to
Once again,
young medical
you implanted the... Daria's...
donor number...
An innocent woman's been turned...
Daria wasn't turned in...
Save it for the law.
All right.
What, kill her?
That...
There must be another way. Something that doesn't...
I wish I could... She must be held accountable.
Maybe. But I still think you're hiding something.
Look, I'm the only one who can analyze the data and find out exactly what went wrong. To make sure this never happens again. Please, you must agree to incapacitate Daria and remove the chip. Bring it back to me and I promise you will be compensated.
We'll see.
What are you doing here? It's after curfew. It's dangerous.
Daria Mishka. We both know why I'm...
Just tell the lawyers I'm doing the best I can here.
The lawyers, huh? You really need to start filling in the blanks. What was your involvement with Daria? Why did you need her to meet you here?
I used to know Daria. She was a patient of mine.
You're patient? You mean here at the drugstore?
No, of course not. Before that, when I used to work for Tai Yong Medical.
Enough to know I
headed a project.
How exactly?
We found a way to isolate specific... Take a man like yourself, for example. Could have given you a sense of humor.
I'm funny enough as it is. Now how about you tell me what went wrong? Something...
We were trying to help people.
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone. But you probably left that part out of your sales pitch.
Daria is responsible for what Daria does. The only reason Tai Young forced me to get involved is because so much is at stake for them. Big brand name to protect. I've met their lawyers, men whose briefcases are filled with broken teeth. You must understand.
I'm trying to save Daria.
Daria is beyond help. You're wasting your time.
That's for me to decide. Now tell me about this procedure. And you can quit stalling, because I'm not going anywhere until I get the answers I need.
My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating donor personality packages. That meant we needed lots of confident volunteers to donate time to our project. As you can imagine, people weren't exactly lining up to have a scrape inside their heads. So Tai Young had to diversify.
Once again, not sure I like where this is going.
Tai Young Medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries. Prisoners who took part in our programs, they got granted little perks, bigger cells, running water. The prisons, they benefited from facility upgrades. It was a win-win.
You implanted the... Daria's donor.
Donor number 698843. All I saw, all I was given was a series of test scores that showed a perfect match. Everything she was missing, he had. Nothing else mattered at the time.
An innocent woman.
Daria wasn't turned into anything. She willingly participated in a procedure. Now she is willingly killing people. You may choose to see a causal relationship between those two things, but let me assure you, it's more complicated.
Save it for the lawyers. What I need to know is...
All right. Look, we obviously want the same thing here. Daria has a neural chip installed just above the hairline. She won't let you get anywhere near it. So if you're serious about putting an end to this, you'll have to, you know...
What, kill her?
That would be my preference, yes. Or I suppose you could just incapacitate her, but then you run the risk of having her wake up. Not a risk I would take personally.
There must be another way.
I wish I could help you. Unless you're willing to meet violence with violence, Daria's not a victim. Chip or no chip, she is behind this, and she will try to attack you no matter what you do.
I don't think Daria's as responsible as you make her out to be. Taking her out and removing the chip is great for you. Gets rid of any evidence that might link her actions to your bungled experiment. But there's no way it's my only option. And there's no way Tai Young Medical would develop a sensitive technology like this without some kind of failsafe. I know you're holding something back.
Like what?
A weakness, an override. Something that allows me to talk to her without the influence of whatever it is you install.
Well, there is an override phrase. Daria's been programmed to react to it with specific subconscious impulses that are designed to trigger a shutdown of the chip.
Why wouldn't you tell me that in the first place?
Because I knew you would overestimate what it could do. You're a fool if you think you can just walk up to a killer and say a magic word. It won't undo what she's become. The decision to act on Svobodka's memories, to repeat them, that was all Daria. Simply shutting down the chip at this point will not be sufficient.
That's for me to decide. What's the override phrase?
Ad hominem 2026. But I warn you, do not turn your back on her. And do not underestimate her responsibility in all of this. We all have terrible nightmares. We all have visions of sick and terrible things we could do. But we don't all act on them. You must be careful around her.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.